So when we first looked at the script written by Natty Hayler, and doing research about the original epic poem written by Homer, which is set in Greece, what she did to that epic Greek poem is kind of put it into a contemporary British setting. And then when we looked at it, we couldn't really connect with those references, like playing football, and we didn't really see that. And when we looked around us and when we looked at the traditions, and we are in Asia right now and surrounded by all these amazing Asian theater traditions and Asian styles, and we looked at Japanese culture and Japanese history and this grotesque aspects of it, which is kind of in the Butoh, and the more beautiful and gentle aspects of it, which is kind of in the Kabuki. And we took those two styles and we didn't want to set it in Japan, so our piece is not set in Japan, it's still set in this magical world, Ithaca, and all the references are still there. It's just we've taken these Japanese influences and put them in the set and into the costume and kind of given it a look more. And that's where we went with our interpretation of the play.
Are you a bringer of harm or good?
Good.
Tell me who you are.
Adon. My name is Adon.
The Odyssey is the journey. The Odyssey is written by the Greek poet Homer and is written into a screenplay or a play by Natty Hayler. The Odyssey tells about the trials and tribulations of the main character Odysseus and his journey back home after the events of Troy, throughout his journeys with his crew, and he goes to many islands and meets many different gods and monsters, and throughout his journey he has to find a way to deal with all these and cope with the different ways he has to get back home.
Nice focus, people, good, really good, well done. Getting ready. Change pass.
I think there's one specific scene, which was scene 7, and we made it really, really early on. We knew we always wanted a very ensemble-based piece. That's why we cast so many people, and it's such a big ensemble play. And I've loved playing with that because it's been amazing. But specifically in scene 7, what we did was people split up into groups and they created these movement pieces, and then we put that all together in one really big scene. And I love that scene so much because there's this storytelling going on, but at the same time, what the audience is imagining is happening on stage. And the kids have taken such a big role in directing that themselves, and that's what makes me happy as a director, when the ensemble and the cast has that opportunity to play and then has their own work that ends up there, instead of me just saying do this or Miss Parsing doing that, and then they do it because we tell them.
Come and see Aphrodite lying in bed with Ares, Zeus, Hermes, and Apollo lie, and openly envied Ares.
I'd say a highlight of this whole production, the creating process, has just been the people working with and the freedom of experimentation. We're taking a very complex play and a very complex, large myth and trying to condense it into an hour and a half, and that's not an easy thing to be doing. I think just the freedom that we're given by the directors and even the people around us to experiment, try out new things with our characters, try out new things with these people that we have to be on stage a lot of the time.
Pulling her frail husband, King Priam, with her, begging him not to do battle. But the bloody and dead body of their son.
We all get to cooperate together to come up with scenes, and we all had a very large impact on how the scenes were created, and by working together we were able to form what is now our interpretation of the Odyssey.